Hello, good morning, and welcome to this Dawn Busters Taste Challenge. We have two Irish blended whiskeys, and this is two gingers introduced in 2011. It's double distilled. There's the Irish flag. It's double distilled, and it's aged 4 years, and it's produced and aged by Kilbeggan Distillery of Ireland. Now, it doesn't say bottled in Ireland. It says somewhere it's like distilled and aged. But anyway, I'm not going to put any of that bottling information because it's not too specific. Here's Drumcastle, introduced in 2014, 3 years later. Drumcastle is aged for 3 years in ex-bourbon and ex-wine barrels, okay? Now, it doesn't say triple distilled, I don't believe. I would assume it is, but I don't know that. Master distilled. It's got a castle, probably distilled and blended in Ireland. Imported Drumcastle, barrel aged, 100% Irish whiskey. Okay, that doesn't say anything else. All right, bottled in Kentucky by the Founders Company, which is Sazerac, Buffalo Trace. They use a lot of alias names. Okay. Showdown at dawn. Can't figure that out. All right, anyway, some kind of weird reflection in it. That's enough. Okay, should be enough there for both of them. They're both light, like straw color. There's not a whole lot of gold. I mean, it's like light gold, but this Drumcastle, I notice, it's like a lot of these Sazerac brands. It's very, very light. Look at that, very light. But it's full of sediment. I see little chunks. I don't know. Yeah, I'm holding this up to this bright lamp. And it is cloudy. I don't know what all this suspended sediment is. I guess there's only so much filtering you can do, and you just can't get it completely filtered. I don't know a lot about the production process. Tennis. Haven't caught you in live forever. Founders is priced out of sight. I do like the reasonably priced gold, though. Founders. What? Oh, Founders Gold. I see what you're saying. Well, we could still get their porter and their breakfast stout for a pretty good price here, actually. Like $9.99. Used to be $8.99 for the longest time. Okay. Well, let's check them out. This is going to be tough, I think, and I'll tell you why when I start working on it. Got that strange little peaty note. Strange little peaty note. Almost like a compost pile. Maybe that over here, but not too much. Let's go with the taste. Cheers. I don't want you to get the impression I'm talking about smoke. No, just peat. Compost. And corn. Or maize, as they say in Ireland. Sometimes in Europe, when they say corn, they mean wheat. And when they say maize, they mean corn. All right. Maize is a word in the United States, doesn't have really much usage or meaning. People know what it means, but they don't use the word much. Unless you're telling stories about the American Indians in the old days, they planted maize. But yeah, it's not, it's like a word that's gone out of usage here. Okay. A little bread, dough, yes. This is the same thing, but it's got a little bite to it. It's got that little peatiness. Price. 2 gingers, $16.99 this week. I think they're saying this week or this month only. A special price at Total Wine and More, $16.99. Drumcastle, they have it seem like a perpetual sale, which violates business ethics. You're not supposed to have something always on sale because you're pretending that it's really $17, but you're selling it at $14.99 like it's a deal. I don't control the Better Business Bureau or any of those things. I just noticed that at Albertsons. Albertsons, where I bought it, they always have it $14.99. But theoretically, the price is $17.99. But I'm not going to go with that theoretic price. I'm going to go with the actual price that I see every time I go to Albertsons, either in Baton Rouge or Hammond. That's the two closest locations to where I am. And it's $14.99. In Louisiana, grocery stores sell liquor, so it's just like any other item. I know some states like Maryland, Virginia, Mississippi, right next door. Texas, right next door. Only liquor stores can sell liquor. But that's really their problem. It's not mine. It's my problem when I go there. Okay, and in Texas, no liquor sale on Sunday the entire day. No liquor sale on Sunday. In Arkansas, no alcohol beverage sale on Sunday at all. Beer, wine, or liquor. Unless you're at a restaurant, then you could buy the drink. So it's a scam perpetuated by the state government. I'm gonna say, this one has more bread dough flavor. Cooked bread, baked bread, not raw. It's got more bite to it. Yeah, it's not as smooth. It's a little bitey. And I think I recall the Drumcastle being a little bitey. It's $2 less, but probably it would be better to pay the extra $2 and get a little more higher level, higher quality, higher well-known, at least more well-known. There's some video reviews for Drumcastle, not just my channel, a few others, and you'll see people writing reviews, but it's very rare. You don't see much action on Drumcastle. But, oh well, too bad. But it's around, it is around. Around and mostly ignored, but some whiskey people know about it. You know what I'm saying? People that like to try different things. They'll say, yeah, I know about Drumcastle. And I've had some people tell me, I drink that on the regular. I like it, whatever. But it's a little bitey. And but very similar in flavor to the two gingers with that underlying peat flash. It's just a flash. I was saying this is a black label, but it's actually dark brown. That strange skinny label is dark brown. So it caught me off. I was looking at it wrong. Yeah, brown on the back too. All right, so I'm going to say I prefer the two gingers, and I would say pay the extra $2 and get it. I mean, it's only $2. So let's go with this being the two gingers. Oh, but shockingly, I got it wrong for the first time. What was it? 5 correct and now 1 wrong. Well, I don't know what to say about that, except I'm sorry. And I said this is going to be tough. And the reason I said it was going to be tough because I knew about the peatiness issue, the peat issue. So actually, well, what do you know? That's the glory and the danger of doing the blind taste test. You can think all these things, but if you don't know which is which, you're basing it on supposition, and you're trying to do your best tasting it and whatnot, but you can get well fooled, and I surely just did get well fooled. So, whoo-wee. So the smoother product is actually the Drumcastle. So my memory was faulty. I thought I remembered it being a little bitey. It's the two gingers that is bitier. And funny thing about it, I had never said that before in any of the videos, the first 5. You notice that I never said, "Oh yes, Drumcastle." It's a little bitey in it, all of that. Not Drumcastle. Two gingers. I never said that two gingers was bitey or anything. So, well, I talked about this last night, early in the evening. I said, well, or late afternoon. I said, I think I'm going to keep getting it right. I said, but I got to watch out that I'm not overconfident. And I said the Drumcastle could be tough. And I knew it would be tough because of that peatiness. Now, all the rest of the Irish whiskeys I have, Paddy, what's the other? I think it might just be Bushmills original red and original black and red coming up. Could just be the Bushmills. But none of them have that kind of peaty note, so I can't see getting it wrong. I just can't see getting it wrong. So if I do 10 challenges and I only get it wrong once, I'm not too dismayed about it because these whiskeys, and especially Irish, they have a tendency to be very common in their flavor. You got to be so careful. And I try to be careful and all of that, but it just doesn't always work out. So this was a failure. It was a failure in the sense I got the flavors mixed up. In every other way, it was a success. I found they didn't quite taste exactly the same due to the bitiness. I mean, the flavor may be the same. The mouthfeel experience. As far as the body, the finish, medium long, and yeah, the appearance is basically the same, with the Drumcastle being a little lighter. Obviously, these don't have color added. I don't think you'd convince me that they're adding coloring to these. They're so light. And they even look lighter in the glass, somehow when you pour them in the bottle. When you see them in the bottle, they're a little darker. When you put them in the glass and there's a little bit, it's so light. Kind of like reminds me of Scotch, the Ardbeg tin. That stuff's so pale, you almost think it's clear. Okay, well, so that's it. Sorry I got it wrong, but I was trying my best. But I know what's coming up next for sure. I might have one that I'm missing in my thinking down the line, but I know for certain that Paddy's is coming up next. Sometimes it's called Paddy, depending on which. You can look at Sazerac and they'll have a description of it. It'll say it 2 different ways: Paddy whiskey or Paddy's. That's funny. But the bottle I have says Paddy's, apostrophe S. It's not a company. It's just a brand of whiskey named after a guy that used to sell whiskey for the company, and they start calling it Paddy's. And there's a Paddy's honey. My friend David has a bottle but I never bought that. So anyway, all right. So it was an interesting taste challenge, at least. I got to give it that. But like I said, sorry I got it wrong. But Drumcastle, Sazerac's a funny company. They'll sneak up on you and trick you. You think, yeah, that's a cheap brand. Buffalo Trace Sazerac puts out all these cheap contract, because they don't own a distillery in Ireland. Some contract brand. Give me a break. It's going to be awful. And then you taste it, and it's like, whoops, not awful. Then you confound it and complex, founded and perplexed. Thanks for watching.